when you look at the chart, which is behind our, by the way, our new Deputy Secretary Stephen Vaden started yesterday from the great state of Tennessee, Governor Lee. You can see on this chart the hundreds of thousands, and by the way, this is just China-owned. This is not other countries of concern owned, such as North Korea, Russia, Iran, and others. You can see that a lot of those, the red blocks, are actual military bases. And ultimately, when we're talking about national security, that is, I think, the #1 concern, certainly of this administration, is what's happening there as we're looking at the threats that this country is facing, but specifically through agriculture is really, really important. Peter, I don't know if you want to add to that.
And thanks for asking that question. If you look at the gradations of threat, that's the most obvious. I mean, how did we let that happen? How did we let that happen? And Siphius, Greek word, I think, for like doing nothing, right? But not during the Trump administration. And I can tell you, if nothing else happened today, having Brooke Rollins on that board, give her a hand. That's a big deal. But if you look at the concept here of unrestricted warfare that I talked a little about earlier, it's not just the idea that you can surveil troop movements, flights, all the things you would worry about just from a pure national security view. But you remember when they arrested the Chinese spies on the Iowa farmland? You all remember that? I mean, that was another turning point in our awareness, where they were, so if they're owning the farmland, they have access to all of they're going to get the seeds that way too. And so ultimately, the other thing they want to do is, which is why they bought Smithfield Foods. I don't know if you know this, but China consumes 50% of the pork in the world. Did you know this? That's astonishing. I think we got the corner on Kentucky Fried Chicken, but they cornered the part. So when they acquire Smithfield's Foods and the entire pork chain, it's like that becomes a weapon in and of itself. So the more land they acquire here, the more control they have. And it's a business model. I mean, we're the United States, but they treat us like a colony. They do the same damn thing down in Zambia with tobacco. And around all of Africa, they buy land, they bring in Chinese workers to work the land, and then they ship the food back to China, and the people around starve or pay higher prices. So when you ask us, what's this about? It's about everything. Food security is